Take us on.
Hey everybody, this is Jamie Shaw, and we are live on the Jamie Shaw Marketing Show. And my partner in crime and business partner and friend Terry Miller is live here with me.
Hello, everybody.
Crime and business partner and friend Terry Miller is. So I did a Facebook Live on the way home and talked about the negative in your life, but I want to continue with that a little bit. It's not really just the negative that affects you in your life. It is, you to do this business. I was on fire on the way home, and to do this business, I was on fire because I was listening to an audio on the way home called "Burning Desire." That's when we get passionate about what we're doing about our business. We have a burning hot desire in our business to succeed and to help others succeed, and that's what a lot of people don't understand. I might have been on fire, but I was just speaking from my heart. I'm going to do something to the page real quick. Everybody's complaining that the comments are hard to see, so I'm going to change it to a white background real quick. And refresh your page, the background image will be gone, and you should be able to see the comments box real easy. So I'll continue on, and I do have that burning desire, like I said in my YouTube video, or my Facebook Live, that I've been an employee for 18 years. I'm tired of being an employee. I want to be the leader of the pack, and that all comes from the desire that I've gained being in our workshop, being with our team members, and being in our community, because they push me to bring out the best in me. And that's the part of this industry that you need, the mindset training and the marketing training and learning how to do videos and stuff like that. Terry dropped off, so I'm flying solo until she gets back on. So hi Katie, how are you doing? I see you in the comments. The screen better. If you're refreshed, you should be able to see a white background and see the comment box. But we develop a burning heart desire to change our mindset, change our circumstance.
Am I back?
Yes, you're back.
Whew. Okay. Sorry.
Oh, no problem. But in order to change that, you have to develop, a mindset training, a mindset schedule, and I've talked about it many times that I do a lot of mindset training and I do a lot of reading. I don't think I've absorbed the reading as much as I do the mindset audios, but I'm still growing and learning every day, because I don't want to be a follower. I don't want to be, a minion. I want to be a leader. I am a leader.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to be the leader of the pack, and I am going to be the leader of the pack. And I'm going to stretch my mind and grow as much as I can and become that leader that I know I can be and that I have in my heart to be. But, stepping up into a leader role is not only about just getting the money. It's about helping my teammates succeed. It's about helping my team succeed. It's about helping my business partners succeed, because if they fail, then I failed at what I'm doing, because I'm not leading very well. I'm not being a good example. I'm not being a good leader. Good leader.
We'll take it.
So, that's kind of where I wanted to start off at. Like I said on my live, if people are making negative comments on your Facebook post, it's your Facebook. Take care of it. Delete the negative on your post. There's no reason for somebody to make negative comments. They're making negative comments because they're jealous of your success and the roles you stepped into, and because they're unwilling to do the work and do the thinking to move up into the level that they be in. And if they're unwilling to do that, a lot of people come in to this industry and they think they're going to write 2 blog posts and record 3 videos and $1 million is going to drop in their bank account. And it don't work like that. You have to work hard. You have to work hard to develop your mindset. You have to work hard to develop your team. You have to train your team, and you have to be on your game all the time. And it all starts with developing your attitude and your mindset. So I'm going to shut up for a while. I'm going to get out my notebook and my notepad, and I'm going to take notes because Terry's going to teach us how to interact with people that comment on your Facebook and friend requests and stuff like that. So,
Yeah, well, thank you, Jamie. Did you say while I was having my little blurb there that you enrolled in the coaching program?
yes, I did. I filled out the application for the coaching program. I have a call scheduled for Sunday at 9 o'clock, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah, well, I'm happy to tell you that my interview's on Monday.
Awesome.
So,
Leaders,
yeah, so we both will.
Leaders.
Hopefully, if all goes well, right?
Yep. Leaders lead the way, so, I mean.
That's right.
I'm setting an example. You're following the way. Other leaders in our team are setting the example. We're just following the way. So.
Yeah. So that's it. Okay. Well, we're going to cover a few things tonight, and you kind of are hitting on some of them, but I'm going to save that Facebook and comments and stuff for just a few minutes. What I'd like to do is focus on friend requests, and how do you go about that? Some of us get a bunch, a day, or so what I try to do, and I also did a little Google searching as well, and a lady named Julie Becker has also, she put together how to stay out of Facebook jail. So we'll be able to reference that, and she's right on with some, our thoughts that we like to go by. So if I get a friend request, I usually visit their profile and make sure that they are a real person. A lot of times I will get a picture, probably because I'm a female, I'll get a picture of a male, and it'll just be, he'll only have one picture on his profile. So to me, that's like probably something that I'm not interested in, so I will not accept that friend request. Now, I just go ahead and delete it. Now, Jamie, how do you feel about that? Do you say I'm not interested, or do you just delete when you're not interested in a request?
Yeah, if they have one picture, I don't delete it, And I've even looked at who their friends are and stuff. If they have a friend in common, I'll look at their profile a little harder because, I've had a few where they've been friend requests, and I went and looked at their profile, and they had, like Chris Perez and other people that were their friends, so I accepted them, and then it turned out to be one of them girls that's still on HQ solo ads. That.
Oh yes. I get them a lot too. Okay, so I just wanted to make, if we were on the same, because I just will not, go ahead and go there. I just delete it, so it's gone. Then if they do have a profile, I do look at it like you said, and usually most of the time there's maybe 3 to 10 people in common, maybe even more. And if they're in common, then what I try to do is try to know a little bit about them. And then what I respond, I accept their friend request. That one's going to get me tonight. And then I use the personal message, and I message them. And there's 3 ways we can go about that. You can just, say, thank you for the friendship. I usually say, oh, thank you for the friendship. I look forward to, and I'll try and find something on their profile. Oh, I noticed you're from the Seattle area like me, or I see that you are into, horses or something, in common. And then usually I'll get a response back, and then we just kind of play it, just by ear. If it's somebody that's going to spam me really hard, I will just let them know, I'm not interested. But most of the time we have some things in common. Okay, so the second thing that I just started doing, and I hope you guys can hear this, is a friend of mine, here it is. Gotta get to her. Oh, boop, 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 boop. And what she did, and I really like this, Ed Zambati, I think that's how you say his last name. He kind of mentioned it, and after he did that, then I forgot that we do have the record on our instant messaging. So what Stacy did, now I'm going to hope you guys can hear this. Let's see, I got it cranked all the way up. I thought this was so neat.
Thanks for the friend request, Terry. Happy to accept and great to connect with you. I love your little blurb on your profile. It's very unique. Love to learn more about you. What's going on in Stanwood, Washington?
Did you kind of get that? A little bit. So she knew where I was from. She liked something that was on my post, and she looked forward to meeting. And then I ended up, then we have a lot of things in common. It was just great. And actually, she's under Ed as well. Then the second one, which she said to me later, is she tries to do the video. So you could do a video and say, hey, so they know you're real. You're a real person. So you could say, hey, this is Terry. I got your friend request. I really look forward to communicating with you. And, that way they can see that you're real. If it's someone, you feel after you've read their profile, you feel comfortable doing that. But I thought that was a really good idea, just to make them feel or know that, we are real. Let's see. Then, I'll say, go ahead. Yeah.
I usually call them out by name, say, hey, thank you for sending me a friend request. I'm curious to know, why did you send me a friend request, and how can I help you?
I usually say that, or I'll ask them, how did you hear about me? Or how'd you find me? That's what I say. And then it's usually, I noticed you were friends with Chris Pyers, and so, and actually I am building a good friend log, and this is kind of where I'm trying to figure out how to do this, because I'm getting a lot of people, I think we talked about this, a lot of people that are in the same business that we're in, so we can share that knowledge. I'd like to try and reach out beyond that and get people that might benefit from what we have. So that's my next step that I'd like to dig into. But what she talked about on getting your friends is make sure that you have a clear picture, profile picture, because they're going to be doing the same thing that we're doing, is looking at our profile. And then she said, if they have a fan page, make a comment and friend on the fan page first. She said that's more ideal. And you want to be very clear with your messages. not something like this. This is really good. She said, you don't want to do, we have friends in common, more like you're in the same training, blah, blah, blah. I'm in, thought we could help each other stay accountable. Well, why wouldn't you want to do that? I don't know. Okay. And don't send too many. If they don't respond, don't keep, doing that, because if you do that, I think it's to the same person more than 5 times, you will land in Facebook jail. Do you know what Facebook jail is, Jamie?
No, not really, because I've never been at Facebook jail.
I know, thank goodness, huh? Well, it's pretty much they lock you, and once they lock you, you can't get out until they are satisfied with, what they've asked you to do. There's no getting out of that. Are we getting any questions or comments? I can't see on mine. Okay, well, then I'll just keep going. There are some specific actions prohibited by Facebook. Of course, no nudity. Now, I accepted a friend last week, and I ended up getting profanity all over my page. And luckily, I found it and was able to delete it, but it was pretty graphic, and I was so embarrassed of that. So I think it's kind of important that we do check our fan page out thoroughly, because it was down a couple of feeds, and when I scrolled down, that's when I saw it, and I was like, oh no, and it was from a totally different person that I knew, and I've heard this has happened quite a bit in the last couple of weeks. Let's see.
So
else? Yeah.
after you sent your beginning message and they respond back to you, well, I've been following you and like what you're doing, how do you respond to them?
I usually, because you can tell if, I'm getting attacked by my welcome sign. Oh, it's Terry when everything goes awry. There goes my paper outside. I usually, talk to them, and then I'll say, if I do notice that they are in the same business, then I'll say, how are you doing? Do you, and then I try and say, maybe we can, work with each other. Do you have anything that's really working successful for you? Like the gal that I talked about the other night, she got 4 people signed in, and she's only been with us 2 months. That's how long I've been in, and I was just like, dude, what are you doing? She's following that roadmap. So I'm really, I want to go through that again and get that in more detail. And luckily, because we are mastering members, we have access to the replay when it's up. Am I right? I think I am.
Yes, you're right.
Yeah. So let's see. Come here. Okay, how would you respond? How do you talk to? Because we knew each other before,
Yeah, well, I've had several, that asked me, or like the one guy I talked to last week, Malik, he was interested in joining MLSP, but he thought, he said right now $150 a month was just too much, and I told him, I said, there's no rush, come to our hangout and, see what we have to offer, and keep in touch with me. And he does. I mean, I got a message from him the other day, so just saying, hey, dude, how you doing? And I go and like his pages and stuff and comments and stuff. So I stay interactive with him. I got one today that on the way home that I hadn't seen, but I'd say he's probably in the MLSP by looking at his profile, because he's got Diane Hockman as a friend. He's got Summer Nelson as a friend, and they're all in MLSP. But we'll see. He's from Croatia, I'll just send him a message, even if he is an MLSP. You know, maybe we can brainstorm together or whatever.
Yeah, that's exactly, yeah. Just to see if there's any, tips. Uh, One thing she does say, what they call harassment, is adding too many friends too fast, your friend requests that go unanswered. I didn't know that one. And your friend requests that are marked as unwelcome. She says, note this happens after 5 times, which we talked about. And she said, get ready for the handcuffs. And she said, so just stay real true and who you are. Again, we're not going to go and take a picture in front of a Ferrari and say, oh, look, I'm really doing good in this business. I'm not going to be fake. I'm going to be real. And I know there are a lot of people that are out there that are doing, that, oh, I made, $5,000 in 1 month. Well, if you did, congratulations. But, you just want to stay real and true. And I think you handled your situation where you had negativity comments on there, is to just delete it and let it go and not carry it personal. I know it might have been some attack on you a little bit, but just
I mean,
like you said, let it go.
I don't know what I ever did to him, but
Mhm.
he made a comment, and I deleted it, and I sent him a message, said, if you're not going to make positive comments, then don't make comments. And he sent me a really nasty message back in private, so I just deleted him and blocked him after that. So
Yeah.
but there's no excuse for that, and like I said, people expect to get rich overnight in this business, and it just don't happen. I mean, a lot of people out there pitch it, but it don't happen. I mean, you listen to Diane Hockman in our industry, and she's our first L7 leader, and she'll tell you, that it doesn't happen overnight. Everybody thinks it does, but it doesn't. And it took her a long time to get to L7. She's been in the industry 16 years, so it took her 16 years to get to L7. Well, it didn't take her that long because she's only been in our company for 6 or 7 years, I think. So,
Yeah. And then if we touch on, you could say, we're investing in ourselves and trying and educating ourselves. And if you were to go, we have our own businesses. So if we were to go and buy, I know this is what everybody talks about, a Subway or a pizza chain, you can't just go on there and say, okay, well, I put my $50,000 in, I'm ready to go. You got to be able to buy the cups and the napkins and, the uniforms and everything else. That's not included in that first, chunk of money. And people, think that's how it is with our business, and it's not. You do got to do some, the legwork and earn it. Earn your respect, and then they will follow and come along with us.
yeah, I agree, and a lot of people are afraid to do the work. They're scared, or they're afraid to do the work. They don't want to do the work. But how do you face your job every day? You go to your job every day. You do 8 hours of work. Well, in my case, I do 9 hours of work a day. That way I can take off on Friday at noon. So I have my 40 hours in a Friday on noon. So I got, a 2.5-day weekend every weekend. But you put in your time at work, your boss don't come tell you what to do. In home business or a brick and mortar business, you have to do the work or you don't get a paycheck. In a job, you go to work, you do the work, and you get a paycheck at the end of 2 weeks. Well, in home business, you have to do the work consistently. It may be a week you get a paycheck, and it may be a month before you get a paycheck. But that's how it works.
Yeah, it is.
I've been on the mindset thing for a good couple weeks. I've been doing a video every day for almost 2 weeks. The only one I didn't do was Sunday because I usually take Sunday as downtime and help my team and stuff like that. And don't really put any content out on Sunday because, it's a holy day, and I believe in God. I don't actually attend church because my wife works on Sunday and she's gone when church is starting up. So I get all my yard work and all my chores done on Sunday because usually I'm on our team hangout on Saturday night, and we're up
Who
late.
knows when that ends?
Sometimes it goes 3 hours, sometimes it goes 4.5 hours. So
That's all right. Yeah, I've been blessed though. We've been going to church on Sundays, and the oh gosh, I'm having a mind blank, but what they talk about is so amazing, how it is exactly what I'm going through. So I've been doing a video right after church, right out front of church, and share what we just had, and it was kind of fun because Miss Sonia, who's on our team, she was talking about it too, just trying to give back to our community. And it was just like that whole week I kept hearing it over and over again. And yeah, Katie Katie's been doing the same thing. I don't know if you remember, I told that mom, we had these 3 teenagers in front of us, and they were talking about the offering, and they were kind of looking at each other, and well, they didn't have anything. So my mom, she gave each one of them, it was so sweet, she taps them on the shoulder and she gives them each one of them $1 so they could put in the offering. I just thought it was the sweetest thing that she could do. Oh.
yeah. I catch your videos on Sunday, and really good, so, and that's what the mindset and stepping out of your comfort zone does. It helps you grow as a person. And the more you grow, the more successful you become. People start getting attracted to you. That's why this called attraction marketing. People start getting attracted to you because of the value you give to the community, and, I don't send out a lot of, to get back to the Facebook, I don't send out a lot of friend requests. In the last 3 months, I think I've sent out 2, and one was to Alan, who's in our Monday night and Wednesday night workshop, and one was to Diane Hockman, and both of them got accepted. And I see Diane Hockman's posts, and I go through a lot of her training. Plus, I'm in the Deep Abyss, and that's what the Deep Abyss is. It's a mastermind on mindset, and that's what she does. It's called the Deep Abyss because she makes you sit in a quiet room with the lights off, or that's the best way to do it. And then she takes you down in the depths of your mind and teaches you how to think for yourself. And that's some of the reason why I've grown so much, and people have followed me and gotten into it too. Sonia's gotten into it. Pops has gotten into it. And it is amazing mindset training. I listened to Your Burning Desire tonight, and man, I don't think I've listened to that one yet. And I was in awe on the way home. And you've seen how fired up I was on my live, Facebook Live, And it made me realize, that I'm not doing enough and I need to do more. Yeah, I'm a leader in our team, in our workshop, but I'm not doing enough. I need to do more. So guess what? It's time to go back to work and do more.
And I think even Katie might have touched on it earlier too, is that, you too, and Dave, we have to do the work. Just because I belong doesn't mean it's going to start happening. And, a few weeks ago, I was like, dang, I don't even get called out anymore. And then I thought, well, Terry, have you done a live video? Terry, you got your blog together yet? And then it started clicking in my head, and, it's starting to work. I'm putting my effort in to the work, and I know that I will get it back. Reap what we sow, right? I just go ahead, hon.
I like the comment Katie just put in the chat. You are your only competition.
True.
That's pretty good, And when we first started to hang out, or the workshop and stuff like that, Katie was making sales all the time. Dave was making sales all the time. Pat was making sales. I was pissed off because they were making sales and I wasn't. But, I came to realize after I got in the deeper business is because I wasn't getting more of me. I wasn't solving my stuff, my crap that has limited me all my life about mindset and stuff. When I started doing
Mhm.
training, and started attending the workshop every week. My mind started shifting. I started growing. I started stepping up to the next level. And there's not any top to the levels. I mean, you just keep rising up each level a little bit at a time, and you grow a little bit at a time. The more you do the work, and that's what a lot of people don't understand. The work is there, and you have to do it. Like I said, it's just like a brick and mortar business. Like Patterson uses the analogy. You wouldn't buy into a McDonald's franchise and just sell hamburgers
Correct.
and say, "Oh, okay, I'm going to upgrade and I'm going to start selling hamburgers and soda." And then next week I'm going to upgrade and I'm going to start selling hamburgers and fries and soda. You go all in your mindset, in your marketing, in your training, and that's why Dave covers in 5 steps. Invest in yourself, or find a mentor, find a community, invest in yourself, invest in your business, and let the system work for you.
Yeah. But we can't expect it to be handed to us on a silver platter. And just like my friends that have their other businesses, they are so excited about what they could benefit from us. What we have to offer, because they thought, oh well, that I can't run 2 businesses. And it's like, no, we can get you in and we can get you leads. And I'll tell you one I gave her, and it was Dave had coached me and said, have her do a live video. And so I talked to her about it, and she's like, oh, I'm too shy. I can't do that. So it was late one evening, and my son was sitting on my lap, and I was chatting with her. And so what I did is a video instant message to her, and she had her daughter on her lap. And so then she messaged me back, and she said, oh, that was so scary. I said, well, it's just me, And so we did a couple more, and then after that, she started feeling a little more comfortable. I said, okay, now do you feel like you could do a Facebook Live? Oh, I don't know. So it was just trying to get her over that hump, get her over that fear of being out there. And so, that was something that Dave had coached me on, and I implemented it, and she finally came around. So I was happy for her.
Yeah.
So that's my success story.
Sonia just popped on, and
Hi.
Sonia's got to get up for work in 3.5 hours, and
Oh.
You talk about burning desire. That girl has burning desire. She's got to be up for work in 3.5 hours, and she jumps on our hangout just so she can listen to it, because that's the kind of person she is.
Thank you, Sonia. We love you, all of you guys and girls.
And that's what it takes. I know by talking to you and stuff like that, you have that burning desire to take Toby to Disneyland. That's your goal, your burning desire to do. My burning desire is to spend time with my grandchildren and quit driving that 3-hour round trip to work every day. And that burning desire transfers into your vision. And it's important to have a vision of where you want to go, because that's some of the mindset training. You have know who you are and know where you're going to go. Because if you don't know where you're going to go, then you're lost in translation.
As our friend Katie says, you don't know what you don't know what you don't know.
And the workshop and the Deep Abyss have really helped me shift. And, now I know where I'm going. I have a vision, I have a plan laid out.
Yes.
The part I struggle with is the marketing and the interacting with people. Like I've said many times, I grew up with the self-limiting belief that I was never going to amount to anything, and that I was stupid because I was told that.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not. I don't think my father meant anything to hurt me like that, because he was an alcoholic, and he would get mad at me and say things, and that's probably the way he was raised too. You know, I don't think he did it intentionally, but I grew up with that mindset all the time. And about every time I was that close to success, well, that self-limiting belief would kick in and I would fail. You know, but being in this community, you know, I've learned that it wasn't a failure. It was a stepping stone to the success I'm on the journey to reach.
That's right. And what I've done is, you know, we talked about that, taking Toby to Disneyland. And I thought, well, you know, I keep saying that. So what I did is I got my trusty old notebook out and I made an action plan to, you know, what is it going to take by February to take him to Disneyland? And once I put it on paper, it was, I could see it, you know, it was becoming more real.
Oh,
We
yeah.
have a fan. Where are you? Say hi.
Yeah, and just I've seen a lot of growth in you and stuff doing the marketing workshop and everything. And you know, Sonia's the same way. You know, and she's, I mean, really, from what I've seen from when I first started, she's really grown a lot. You know, and I know she's got a big following over in the UK. You know, and maybe she can give us some hints on how she gets that big following. You know. And,
yeah. Let us know, because she's all like, I'm an introvert. I'm shy. Yeah. I love her little videos. She inspires me. She really does. She inspires me.
yeah, and you know, she made a good comment there. You know, it's important to get it down on paper. A great quality questions. What will it take? And you know, that is a good thing to ask. You know, and that's a good thing to ask yourself. What will it take? What do I need to do to get where I want to go? You know,
Mm-hmm.
that will.
Yep. I called on packages, you know, so I know a price. So I kind of got a price, you know, down there, and it's like, okay. So, you know, I'm working on it. I'm working on getting it full detailed. I don't have it detailed all the way yet, but, you know, at least I know my end result and how much it's going to be. And I have 4 months plus Christmas in there.
Yeah. Something Diane said in the Deep Abyss was, pretend you're already there.
Yes.
It's the audio is called Posers Anonymous, and it's to, you know, you want to be an L3 by this time next year or an L4 by this time next year. Pretend you're already there.
Yes.
It's not fake it till you make it. It's pretend you're already there.
Mm-hmm.
Pretend you're already there, and then start acting like that L3 or L4 leader.
Mm-hmm.
And do the action and the things you need to do every day to be that leader. My phone's just going crazy tonight.
You know, another thing I asked myself, which I put out there a couple weeks ago, is, you know, our fears. What are our fears? And I told you guys one of my fears is I'm afraid of success. Of having you know, money. It's kind of scares me a little bit. And then that's the old alcoholic back in me too. Now I'm coming on 2 years sober, and it's like, okay, if I had all the money, you know, no, I wouldn't go there. But it does. I still have to work on that fear.
You know what? I got some good news for you, and I got some bad news for you.
We gotta go.
It never goes away. That's
Oh,
the bad.
okay.
That's the bad news, and the fear never goes away. You know what the good news is?
What's that?
It doesn't matter how much money you make, how successful you are, the fear never goes away.
Yeah, that's right. And it's one day at a time.
Yeah, and you know, and that's how you got to take your business. So we learned that in AA, you know, to take one day at a time, you know, and you have to live one day at a time, you know. I mean, the alcohol don't bother me as much as it used to, you know. And I've said this before, you know, I quit drinking when I was 21, and
Wow.
for 6 years I never had a drop. Okay, so I'm 48 now, so at 27 years old, I had a drink.
Ah.
You know, but I control that monster. if I want to have one beer, I can go do it. And I'm not saying and condoning that it's okay to go drink if you're an alcoholic.
Mhm.
I'm saying that I made a decision to control it if I want to do it. But I don't do it very often. I think last time I had a drink was New Year's Eve last year.
Yeah.
And I've been like that since I was 21. So I've been like that for what, 27 years.
That's awesome. That is awesome.
You know,
No,
and,
I'm afraid.
and in them 27 years, I've never been plastered ever.
Good for you. Congratulations.
I have one. If I want one, I have one, and that's it. Because I know in my mind if I let that monster out of the bag, then
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Nah.
nope.
No. What time is it?
We got time. I was just responding to a comment. We got
Good.
all the time we need. Actually, we got till 8:30 because we got a team call tonight at 8:30. So
Oh yeah, Laura got that one got moved to Sunday. What is today? Thursday?
It's Thursday nights now.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I lost my train of thought. Where were we?
Oh gosh, we've been bouncing all over the place.
Yeah, I know. We're supposed to be doing Facebook comments, and for interacting with people on Facebook, you want to, treat them the way you want to be treated. Talk to them like you're going to talk to, your best friend, or a business person or something like that. Carry on a civilized, normal conversation with them and just be real to them. And the conversation will flow. I've had many conversations. I've had guys that have been interested in joining me, and then they do what Dave says. They'll sit back and watch what I do, watch how I grow. Then
Someone got a comment for us?
well, that was my mom.
Oh, hi, Mom. I think too in our comments is it's important to respond if someone comments on there. Acknowledge that they did. I liked yesterday when the hearts were flying all over the place. That was cool. So yeah, just make sure you acknowledge, respond. I think it'll go a long way.
Yeah, I think it will too. And that's what's cool about the Facebook Live. I don't know why Chris Perez is so afraid to do them. He is doing Facebook videos. I mean, he's doing YouTube videos and
Yeah.
workshops. He gets, he's been live on Hangouts and stuff.
We'll get them.
Yep. And I've had the conversations, go to where, it always goes to the money. I don't have the money to get in. And that's everybody's excuse. I don't have the money to get in.
Yeah.
And I've even used that as an excuse, but after you start developing your mindset, you realize it's just an excuse. I mean,
Right.
I might not have the money right at that moment, but I will at a point in time. I will have the money to do what I want to do. And it's just like the coaching program. The coaching program is something I want to get into. Now, can I afford to spend $1,000, $1,500 to get in the coaching program? No, but I can come up with the $400 to get into the small package and get me started and get me doing some stuff I want to do.
Right.
Because like I told, you have to fill out that questionnaire and everything. And like I said, I have no problems with the technical stuff. And you guys have all seen that. I don't have any problems with the technical side of it. It's the marketing side I have problems with it. And I'm to the point where I don't have problems talking to people anymore. It's the marketing that I have the most trouble with, and that's what I got to figure out. So I should be talking to 10 people a day, and I think I may be talking to 1 or 2 people a day.
Do you have a primary product?
No, I don't. The primary MLM, no, I don't. I actually took so I had something as my primary. I took an MLSP product and stuck it as my primary.
Oh, yes, yes, absolutely. Well, they encourage that. That's what Ed touched on that last night, is putting their, yeah, 2 or 3 of those in there.
Yeah, and like I stress it all the time, if you want to develop quickly into a leader, get into some sort of mindset training. And, it don't have to be the deep abyss. It can be, there's tons of it on YouTube that you can find. There's NLP training. I don't know so much about the NLP training, but, I don't know if it works sometimes because I tried to use it to quit smoking, but I, I don't know if I was doing it right or not. But, it depends on the trainer too. I mean, I really like listening to William Wood. He's really
Oh, yes.
intuitive, and he really takes you to a level that you're not used to. So
Hmm. You just say his name and I gotta breathe.
Dave's
Yes.
here.
Who? Oh, our fearless leader. Welcome, welcome, Dave. Did he get his internet up and running now?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, Sonia made a comment. Jamie, you mentioned about marketing stuff. I heard Diane say earlier this week, marketing is preparing people to buy. Yeah, I understand that, and you know, shit, when I talked about my education before, and I took 2 semesters of my MBA, and then I just decided I didn't want to finish that, and the school screwed up my financial aid, so it kept me from finishing. So I'm 2 semesters short of having my MBA. So, and I took marketing in my master's class, but I, I didn't understand it then, and I still have a hard time wrapping my head around it. And I've taken marketing classes online. I've taken marketing classes. Uh, I have one I just took here a while ago on Udemy.com. I took a marketing class, and for some reason, I just have a hard time wrapping my head around it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm probably overthinking it, like my wife says I do all the time.
Yep. Yeah. And it's like we go back, you got to ask 10 people maybe just to get a 1, and that's all right. Just keep going. What are they going to do? All I can do is say no.
Yeah.
That's all right. On to the next one.
And see, when I figure out my marketing, my lead flow, because, when I was getting people, I got the 3 signups in the previous company, and then I come in and I got 2 signups, early into this company, I was getting 10 leads a day, and now I'm back down to getting 1 or 2 leads a day. So I got to figure out what I was doing back then. Got to go back and look and figure out what I was doing back then to get 10 leads a day, and why I'm not getting them now.
Yeah. We'll get there.
I kind of know where some of it is. I was doing PPC, I was doing Craigslist, and not doing the PPC. That's where a lot of my that's where 3 of my signups come from.
Uh-huh.
And the company was PPC, and then Craigslist. I just checked it today, and I just run some new ads. All my ads had expired, so that's something. Right.
Yeah, I had a bunch in the other place, and it was all from paid ads, but they just wouldn't respond for nothing. So I don't know if they were real or not. So I'd rather try and get real versus not the unknown.
I've called, some of them leave phone numbers, and the ones that leave phone numbers I call, the other ones I send a personal email to, and they don't respond. I've had 1 respond, and I have. This is what's funny. You listen to my story. When I started in Empower, I was in 3 weeks and I got my first sale.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That lady stayed with me for 3 months, and then she quit. Okay. She is still on my list. She still opens every email I send to her every day. And I've sent her personal emails and she don't answer me. So I fall back on the philosophy like Dave and Katie say, she's watching me. She's waiting for me to grow. She's waiting for me to become the leader that she needs, and then she'll kick in and join.
Huh. Well, that is interesting.
And that's why I started doing consistent Facebook Lives every day, coming up with a topic and doing a Facebook Live every day, being consistent. And that's, Dave talks about it all the time in the workshop. Katie talks about it all the time, being consistent,
Yeah.
And I hadn't been being real consistent, In some areas I have been, and I've been spending a lot of time over the last month with people getting their blog set up and getting them going and stuff. So that takes a lot of my time, with the hours that I work and stuff. So, there was a couple nights there I helped Chris Perez get his all set up, and I didn't get to bed till midnight that night. Then I got to turn around and it takes me a good hour and a half to fall asleep. So I'm getting 4 hours of sleep, and like Sonia, I'm dragging ass all day long.
That's true. Oh, it's getting cold.
Katie says I'm awesome. Well, it takes awesome to know awesome. I'm awesome because of the investment in what I always say. Dave and Katie didn't make me into who I am. They just chipped away the rough edges.
Yeah.
I've always been here. They just chipped away the rough edges. And Sonia says she likes my comment about becoming the leader that your followers need, and that's exactly true. When Terry found me, I was growing into the leader that she needed to help her along in her business. Her previous leader, from what I understand, that didn't help her a lot. So. And, I'm not a big high up leader that I don't have time to set aside to help my team members out,
Right.
I hope I never get that big that, yeah, I want to be that big, but I always want to be able to help my team out, whether, if I'm that big, I can't do a one-on-one, but I could still do with Zoom and the technology, Facebook Live, I'd rather do a Zoom and do a one-on-one with them, for an hour or whatever, and help them, like Katie and Dave has helped me, like I help you, and that's what a true mentor and leader does. They don't do the work. And I think that's why the person that's making all the negative comments is because he's mad because I wouldn't do the work for him. He wasn't willing to do the work, so he's lashing out at me now, and that's fine. I'm not going to do the work for anybody. Yeah. I had to do the work to change my mindset and grow into the person I've grown into. You have to do the work. I've showed you everything where it is. When you've been stuck and can't figure it out, I've got on live with you and walk you through step by step on how to do it. And that's what I want to do with every team member that comes in.
Yeah, and that's what's so cool about the community that we're in. We all help each other. It doesn't matter if I'm not under so and so; they're still going to help us, and we help them. It disappeared.
Oh, I'm right here. I might have to get a dual monitor so I can comment on this one. Katie says she wishes it was a Facebook Live so she could explode the hearts on here.
Oh, thank you, Katie. Can't wait for that booyah. I'm glad to know it's made out of chicken. I thought it was like possum or something.
Yeah, Dave made a comment. You won't need to work with a lot of people if you train people to lead. You just stick with the 10 on your workshop as we expand. Yeah, and I understand that concept, Dave, and I look forward to that, but I have to be a full leader. I have to be able to do all the technical stuff and be able to show them how to market too. And that's why I'm digging in, I'm checking out the coaching, I'm digging into the marketing and the lead. You have to become the full, complete leader because, this is my opinion. I don't know if anybody else agrees with me or not, but to be a true leader, you have to be able to show them how to set up their blog. You have to show them how to market, whether it's free or paid, You know, you have to show them tactics you use. Then it's up to them to take the action and do the work.
But you know, if we get a new, as we get a new one, we have the START training program. So, you know, if they follow those steps, then it should be pretty easy to have that set up. You may, you know, like I think I got stuck in 5 and you helped me get that set up, but you know, it's all right there. And I can't wait to finish SAM 2.0. I am so excited for that. And I think that that is really going to help me take off with my business. Can't wait to complete it. I am sorry that I haven't.
Yes, yes, yes. I've been through the first 2 videos of module 3 already. And if you're interested in being successful and doing videos and stuff, get SAM through 2.0. All right. So
I got it.
SAM 2.0. It's on, let's see, it's on the right side of the screen. And it's a little laptop that says SAM 2.0. My buddy David.
And it's free.
Made SAM 1.0 and he's revised it with SAM 2.0 and it is completely free. If you want to get into doing videos and become successful at videos, and then use SAM 2.0. And not only will SAM 2.0 help you with videos and help you do product reviews and stuff like that, it will help. You can use the SAM method and use it on your blog post and get the same rankings, because I've taken SAM 1.0 and I've gotten a video and a YouTube video to rank, or a YouTube video and a blog post to rank on the first page of Google. And the other night when Dave was introducing it, that video had fell off the first page of Google, and I went and added a backlink to it, and then boom, within seconds,
right back up.
back to the #1 spot. You know,
so
it does work.
What did you have to Google to get you on that page? Was there a certain word that brought you up, or?
Nope. I just went and copied the backlink from the #1 video in the #1 spot and put it in my video post, and boom, there it is.
That's amazing. I can't see any of your guys' stuff there, so I just got to rely on Jamie.
Yeah. Dave says I'm going to be running my own workshop soon, so, and I replied, I love how you believe in me, and Katie says those are true facts. So, you know, that's the power of the 2 amazing mentors that we have, you know, in Dave and Katie. Is when I couldn't believe in myself, they believed in me. When
exactly.
You text me and you're struggling, that's why I put belief into you, because I'm believing in you right now. Or, I mean, you don't have this problem as much as you did in the beginning, but I believed in you when you weren't capable of believing in yourself, and that helps you grow as a person.
Correct.
So, and you know, if anybody on the Hangout is not in MLS feed, there's a big yellow shiny candy-like button, as Katie likes to say, that says "Yes, let me in now," and you can click on that and you can get a 10-day free test drive of our system. And then
gotta watch the video.
And then I've got the link to the sports app too. You know, if you want information on the sports app, you know, hit me up. You know, I'll be glad to walk you through it. And you know, I've tried to build my new page. I try to make it pretty. You know, and that's something I forgot to cover on. You know, Ronnie said this to me, you know, and other people said they want their blog to look pretty. Well, it don't have to look pretty. And that's what I was focused on our Hangout. And I was trying to make it look pretty. Well, it looked pretty, but the comment box was very hard to see. And Katie sent me a message right away. So I changed it, the background, so it was white so you see the comment box.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
okay.
A pretty page doesn't do for you if you can't see all the text and stuff like that. So
it just has to be functional.
You know, yeah, your blog don't have to be beautiful. You know, Ronnie was wanting all kinds of pop-ups on the sidebars and stuff. I said, no, you don't need tons of them. You need, you know, a handful of them, and that's it. You don't want to distract your users off to the side. You know, and actually, I guess Ronnie got everything set up, because I have not heard from her in about a week. You know, they're last week she was texting me every day, you know, crying and upset because she couldn't figure out her blog. You know, I made a video for her. Did our hangout last week showing her plugins and menus and the widgets, you know, and I haven't heard from her. So, you know, I hope
Good.
I'd like to know if she got everything or if she needs some more help or not. So,
Yeah. So Ronnie, if you're out there, give Jamie a shout.
yeah. And Dave made a good comment. Ugly works better. Yeah. And that's something I've seen in the industry. You know, I've seen the ugliest websites you can ever set eyes on, and they make tons and tons of cash. You know, and these beautiful ones have no traffic to them. You know, and I mean, mine looks the way I want it. It's not beautiful. It's not perfect. You know, and it's never going to be perfect. You're always going to be refining it and adding stuff to it as you swap out one product for another one or you know, whatever. But your blog's always a work in progress, you know, and
Yes.
people to quit because a blog frustrates you. You can set that blog up in 3 steps. The Finale Brothers show you how to set it up in 3 steps. I've walked you through how to set up your plugins, your widgets, and stuff like that. It is not that difficult. You only get frustrated because you allow yourself to get frustrated because you're doing work you don't want to do. Well, we all got to do work we don't want to do to get to the end result. So quit whining and crying about it. Quit giving the negative energy. I'm frustrated. Now, just dig in and get it set up, and then you can blog to your heart's content. You can put videos on there. You can do all kinds of crap with it. So,
yeah. Can we put our Facebook Lives on there? Can you embed them in there?
yeah, there is a plugin out there. If you go Google,
yeah.
download Facebook videos, allow you to download your Facebook videos. Then you can upload them to YouTube and take the link and embed it in your blog, and then your Facebook Lives are on your blog.
Yep, that's right. I remember that now.
So, you know, then you're getting lots of link juice because you got them on Facebook Live. You upload them to YouTube. You know, take them over to Vimeo too and upload them to Vimeo, and then take it and put it on your blog. So you got 3 links right there, all in a big link circle.
That's awesome. I can do that.
Yeah. Dave made a good comment. Look at Craigslist. Ugliest sale. Yeah. Craigslist has got to be one of the ugliest sites in the world, and it has, what is it? In the top 5 of traffic.
I know. Yeah. Okay, sweetie. Sun went down. I'm cold.
All right. Well, it's the top of the hour. You know, thank you everybody in the comments for all the comment love. You know, and thank you for hanging out with us. I hope you got tons and tons of value. You know, we didn't really stick on.
Oh, we did okay, I think.
Oh. And they've made another great comment. If you're blaming anything or anyone for your failures, then you missed the boat. And I have to agree with that. The only person you need to blame for your failures are you, because you're the only person who is failing.
Yep.
You're the only person who can be successful, and you're the only person who can stop you from being successful. So, you know, I want to make sure, you know, give Dave a shout out. Make sure you go visit Dave, Katie, and Pops on Monday night, 24-hour marketing mastermind. I don't have the links, or I put them in the chat like Katie does every week. Wisdom Wednesday, I will put them in the links. I'll go find them real quick as soon as we're done, and I'll put them in the chat. Wisdom Wednesday, Pat Patterson and the team. Sonia Harris is Tuesday afternoon at 4 o'clock. Her hangout, check out with her. Lowell is Monday afternoon sometime. I don't know what time, but I'll look at the links. I think it's on there. And Pastor Jackie, I think she's having hers on Friday nights. You know, let me know what time, Pastor Jackie, and I can get it in the links here on my site. And make sure, you know, if you want to be part of the 24-hour marketing workshop, you know, get with me, Katie, Dave, Terry, you know, Sonia, one of us that's on the team, because that's the #1 requirement. You got to be part of one of our teams. And then you have to make a video telling us who you are, what you're about, what your strengths and weaknesses are, and why you want to join the workshop. And then post it to the 24-hour marketing workshop Facebook group, and then we can, Dave or Katie will allow you into the group, but you have to take the action and do the work and make the video to get into the group. So
That's
we don't
right.
charge anything for it, but if you want to be a part of that mastermind, that's how to get into it. So, and then come back here next week, Thursday at
Yep.
8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, and all
5
the
o'clock my time.
Dave's Hangout and Wisdom Wednesday are all at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. The other ones, I said what times that I knew what times. So check them all out. I'll try to get some links in the comments. And I may work on a special guest next week. I got a few in mind, but I know one that I'd really love to have on if his internet issues aren't going on, because I've wanted to have him on for a long time. But if his internet issue gets straightened out, then I would love for him to be a special guest on our show. So thank you all for hanging out with us. We'll see you all later.
Bye. Thank you.